Alright, what's up everyone? So we're finally back with a new video. It's been like a little bit over a week since I posted. I've been tattooing. I've been a little busy. I just wanted to let you guys know I started a subscription on Instagram. It's $10 a month. It's a little bit different than what I'm doing on YouTube. I'm a little bit more into depth with the way I tattoo, the way I do my stencils, just everything all around in my tattooing stuff. If you guys want to go check it out, subscribe, go do that. You could cancel it anytime you want. I'm still going to be posting on YouTube. It just won't be so into depth with like how I'm doing things, what I'm doing. It makes it easier for me on Instagram. And then also I'll be DMing you guys. If you guys DM me, if you're a subscriber, I'll be like critiquing your work, letting you guys know what you can do to get better. You know, I recommend you guys go subscribe. It will help you guys a lot. If it doesn't, you guys can cancel it, but I feel like it will. Just the small amount of videos I put lately has been helping people out. I've been mostly putting things about stencils so far because I feel like that's where people need most of their help on. But anyways, go subscribe. It is on Instagram, so go check it out. But yeah, lately I've just been tattooing, trying to put more content together for the subscription. Like I said, I highly recommend it. I know it's a little, for some people it might be a little bit expensive, like depending where you are in the world. I know I got different people around the world that follow me. You know, it will help. But at the same time, you can also break down the tattoos that I put down on YouTube and figure it out for yourselves. But yeah, anyways, I've just been tattooing lately. I think the last video we put out, it did pretty good. It got like, I think it's at like 9,000 views so far right now. For this video, like honestly, I haven't really been worried about the views. I'm just trying to put out more stuff, and if the views get there or whatever, that's cool. But yeah, I am using a Cheyenne Hawk pen for anyone that's gonna ask. It is a Hawk pen. That's all I use. But like I said, I will be putting stuff here on YouTube. There will be things you guys could pick up on. But like I said, on Instagram, it's going to be more into depth, more into detail. Every little thing is going to be broken down way better than I do it on YouTube. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of feedback from you guys. You guys are liking all the videos I've been putting out lately. And honestly, I feel like for YouTube, I'll probably be putting more things on about like my tattoo stories and more of the mental side of tattooing. Because I feel like tattooing is very mental. As in, it's always you versus you. It's always your mind messing with you, making you feel like you can't do these things, but you can. It's just, I don't know if we're just programmed at a young age about like when things get hard, or like our parents or whoever you grew up with tell us, oh, that's dangerous, or that's this, or this, that. And it's just them. Everything they have told us kind of just in our head, making us believe we can't do it. You know, I believe, you know, I don't have any kids, but I believe if you, from a young age, let them know that, you know, you can do things, like a lot of things are possible, I feel like they'll grow up with that mentality and understand that if they put their mind to something, they can achieve it. And I feel like if you do not have that instilled in your mind yet, you should. Every day you should put it in your head that you can achieve things, that you can push through tough times. You know, and that's what I try to do with myself, you know. We all go through tough things. There's days we don't want to get up. You know, weeks, months where you're just not feeling it, but you have to get up, you have to push through it, you have to, you know, get out, go to work, you know, wake up, do it, do whatever, you know, because you always remember it can be worse. You know, there's people in this world that are going through so much things. And at the end of the day, I feel like, at least us in the US, in certain parts of the US, we have it pretty good. And we could always do better or find a better place living in this country. I know there's a lot of people in different countries right now that are watching this video, and I don't know how it is for you guys. But if, you know, you got somewhere to stay, you got food, it's not that dangerous, you know, then you're good, you know. But anyways, like I said, tattooing is all, it's all in your head. You know, when you're hitting that 7th, 8th hour of tattooing and you want to give up, you know, you want to just go home, relax. That's when you got to kind of build yourself up and just push through it. You know, I get a lot of people, they're saying that they've, you know, they wanted to quit. The commenting saying they wanted to quit or it was getting tough and this and that. Well, that's the game. That is literally the game with tattooing. You know, you're not the only person going through whatever you think you're going through right now. You know, I've been through it. Other artists have been through it. You know, we just didn't quit. That's the difference. And you shouldn't either. You just keep pushing, you know. There's dudes right now that are 18 to 21 years old telling me that, you know, they're barely here. They're barely able to do this and that. Like, I was in the same boat. At 20 years old, I did my apprenticeship. You know, I wasn't getting paid. The only thing that did help me was I was cutting hair. So I was able to cut hair every once in a while during the week, which helped me. So that's what kind of saved me in a way. But at the end of the day, there were days where, you know, I didn't have money and I would have to ask some of the artists, can I borrow some money? Or, you know, like, can you guys buy me food? Or the owner would cook me food. And, you know, while I took it, you know, I've been there, like, you know, trying to figure out ways for gas. Because most of the money went towards gas all the time. So it was like, damn, there's times where you don't really have money for food, so it was kind of tough. But you know, you just got to keep pushing through. You know, ask for help. You know, in tattooing you got to be very open-minded and take anything that is given. You know, don't have any pride, especially when you're an apprentice. You gotta lose all that immediately. Just because you're gonna need a lot of help. You're gonna need a lot of help. You know, and especially trying to learn how to tattoo, you can't be closed-minded. You know, there's a lot of things that you have to learn. And some people might not tell you in the correct way. Like, they might critique your work in a way that kind of offends you, but sometimes it's the truth. And you just gotta, you know, take it, run with it, get through it. But, you know, I've known artists that I've tried to help and give them advice on how to do a certain part of the tattoo or something, and they don't listen. They think they know it all, and a couple months later they're doing the exact same thing I told them to do. I don't know if they just eventually picked it up themselves and understood that I was right. They were just being stubborn. But like I said, you got to be very open-minded with a lot of these things, you know, especially when you're looking at artists that are way better than you. You always want to take advice, and that's just in life in general. If someone's doing better than you, you want to take their advice. If someone's not doing better than you, then you do not take their advice. You're not going to be taking advice from an artist who's not as good as you. You know, it would make no sense. It should be the other way around. And that's just with everything in life. If someone's making more money than you, that's who you're taking your advice from if you want to make more money. If someone is happier than you, that's the person you want to be around and take advice from, because they're happy. You know, you don't want to be around a sad person and try to take advice on how to be happy from them. You know, it makes no sense. And there is a lot of people who don't understand these things. You know, and a lot of people are saying, well, yeah, that's obvious, but it really isn't for a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people that they just don't get that. You know, at the end of the day, just be happy with what you got, be grateful. You know, I feel like since I started tattooing, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Like, it's a bigger picture every single time. You know, Well, before I started tattooing, it was just drawing, and I just liked drawing. There was no end game. There was no like I want to make money off this. It's just like drawing. I just wanted to draw, And if you knew me at a younger age, you knew I was just drawing. Like that was my thing. I was just drawing here, drawing there, notepads with me, whatever. And it got to a point where I started tattooing a little bit, and it was cool. And then did my apprenticeship, and I was like, yeah, I want to be a really good artist now. Like that's my goal. And as soon as I started getting better and better, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do YouTube, do more videos and stuff. Finally started to make more money. I started to realize, oh, I could, build something with this. I could, start another company, just build this brand even stronger. I could see a bigger picture of where tattooing could take me to the next level in whatever I want to do in life. And that was the bigger picture. And then I slowly started helping other people to tattoo, and I feel like I liked it. Like just helping people in general has always been a thing for me. So now I see even bigger picture with this. Like now I'm doing the subscriptions and YouTube, and now I like to teach. Like I feel like the way I communicate stuff is starting to build up differently, because when I was younger I felt like I talked more, and then like as I got older I started talking less. So now I feel like I'm starting to talk more because of all these videos and stuff. So I'm starting to build up the way I talk and my dialogue and all that stuff. But it's starting to excite me, and one of my goals is to eventually start doing large scale seminars one day. That is a goal, and it's gonna be a really hard goal for me just because I get really shy at times. But there are times where there's no fear in me, where I am not shy because I like doing it, and that's a goal for me to, be on a stage and be able to talk about tattooing or life, and and for that to be just like a thing for me and get paid off of that would be like literally a dream. But the hardest part for that me is like stage fright in a way, because I will always put myself on the stage, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna be the best at it, but I'll do it. And I feel like that's what you guys also have to do, push yourselves through these things that are tough for you. Put yourself on that stage, whatever it may be, whether it's you trying to finally start tattooing or start a YouTube channel, or I don't know, I've seen other people that are watching me that are not even tattoo artists, whether it's whatever you're into, like just push yourself, push yourself to do something that's not comfortable. That's always a tough thing to do. Get out of your comfort zone. A lot of people say I could do it, but they won't really do it. And I could say I've pushed myself, out of my comfort zone a lot of times. And some days it's easier than others. Some days it seems impossible. And I ain't gonna lie, there's days where like I can't do it. But I always put myself in my, this is one day, tomorrow's another day, and we'll push through again. But yeah, to all you artists that are out here pushing right now, just keep going. Don't quit. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that quit. You don't want to get old and tell your grandchildren that I used to tattoo, but then I quit. You know what I mean? You want to be the cool grandpa. You want your grandchildren to be like, hear stories about you. Or be proud of you, you know what I mean? I think that's always been a thing in my head, like just being, I guess, being the cousin or the family member that people can brag about. You know what I mean? Like I don't do it just for like bragging rights, but that's always been a cool thing to me. Like people can, name drop you and be like, that's my whatever, and that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, I use Easy Mags, Cheyenne, and Quadrants. If you guys wanted to get really into depth, like I said, go check out the Instagram, subscribe. But yeah, if you guys have any questions on like just anything that has to do with like trying to get through a certain tough time in tattooing or whatever, just comment down below with stuff like that. You know, like that's the stuff I want to talk about on YouTube. You know, stories, you know, that have happened like while I'm tattooing or things like that. But yeah, also follow me on TikTok. And leaves. Another little hint I'm gonna throw in: when you're doing leaves, I always do like either 5, 7, 9. I do it in like odd numbers. I feel like it's like a good setup. I think I learned that off like a traditional artist one time, and it's pretty on point. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, remember, stencil is everything. Make sure your stencil is always on point all the time. I'm gonna run through the comments on the last YouTube video. See if you guys had any questions. It's been tough for me to get back to a lot of comments and DMs and stuff. That's why the subscription helps, because it throws a little mark on your thing, so I know who to get back to a little bit faster, because I know they're like serious or more like not better questions, but they're a little bit more like towards the tattooing. Let's see. I think someone had put, I don't know if it was on this video or the last video, but someone said, what do I feel about self-taught artists? And honestly, I don't really have anything towards it. It is what it is. Like, I don't really care if people do an apprenticeship or not, but at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to learn from someone. You know, whether it is working with people, like someone someone I've learned a lot from was Tattoo Wax, the guy I'm working for at the moment. Like, once I got there, I saw tattooing a little bit different, and once I saw the way he would tattoo, I applied it to the way I tattoo, and it changed the whole game for me. The way I broke everything down, shadows, the needles I use, everything changed. So even though I learned a lot of things on my own, there's still a lot of stuff that I learned from other artists that I picked up. So technically, you can't really say you're a self-taught artist, you know, unless you went your whole life with, you know, not learning anything from anyone like at all, and you just figured out how to tattoo on your own completely, and you're like super good. But I feel like no one's really like that. I feel like you always have to learn from someone or pick things up, you know. So, but if like you never did an apprenticeship, or, you know, that's cool. You know, I just felt like I had never been around certain tattoo things or like anything. I never knew any tattoo artist or anything, so I knew I had to get into a shop. You know, I had to be in a shop and understand it. So that's why I did it. You don't have to. It's not, I don't think it's that serious, for me at least. You know, for a lot of people it is though, and I get it, I understand it. But yeah, oh, there's a new number if any of you guys want to get tattooed. It's on my Instagram. I'll put it down below if you guys do want to get tattooed by me. It's text now, I'm not going through email. And then I'll also be doing seminars. I'm gonna do the post this week already that I am doing seminars. There will be one-on-one seminars. I'm not 100% sure on the price. I've given the price to a couple people. If you are one of those people, I will keep that price for you guys. I'm not gonna change it up, but I will be doing them one-on-one. I feel like a one-on-one seminar with me will help a lot because it's easier for me to explain in person and show you guys. I'm just trying to see how I'm gonna set it up, the actual seminars, because I know that if it's a 2-day seminar with me tattooing and then you tattooing and me helping you apply those things, it would work really good. But the thing is, trying to do 2 days back to back would be pretty tough, just because I don't have my own shop and I don't want to have, it's hard for me to bring someone into the shop and tattoo there because it is in my shop. So I might just do the regular, just 1 day for now. As soon as I get my own spot, I will be doing the 2-day seminars and help you guys. I think that would help out a lot. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, put them down below. Alright, so for the last part of this video, I'm just gonna talk to you guys about a story. So the story is about, I did a Friday the 13th special, one of those things. I think I've done I've done one. So I might have done it another time, I don't really remember. But the first time I did do it, I remember it was at the first shop I ever worked at. Honestly, I didn't even want to do it. I was kind of not really wanting to do it, but all the other guys wanted to do it, and all these other guys are all older. And I was like, cool, whatever, like, if you guys want to do it, cool, I guess. So I remember that day, I had a tattoo. And then I remember I had a tattoo book. I think it was like at 11 o'clock. Whatever, I go in. Oh, actually, I did do it twice. So the first time I did it, I did get in at 11 o'clock. I was the first one in. I was the one that did not want to do it. So it's 11 o'clock. Walk into the shop. Me and the apprentice, first one's there. I'm there hanging out. Finally, I think it was 2 girls and a guy walk in. The first people to walk in. And I had a couple tattoos on my leg. So when you looked at me, there was no tattoos visible at all. You didn't think I was having tattoos. I go over here, one of the guys saying, that guy that was with the girl saying, I don't want to get tattooed by him. He has no tattoos. And basically saying that I can't tattoo because I have no tattoos. So I overheard him, and I was just like, whatever. So the first thing I did is I think I started tattooing the girls. I wasn't gonna tattoo him as soon as even though he didn't want to get tattooed by me. He ends up getting tattooed by one of the other guys there, and him not knowing that I was one of the best ones with smaller tattoos there. My line work was always good. The other artists, their line work wasn't as great as mine. So in my mind, I'm thinking this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. And that was one of the things I would deal with, not having tattoos at the time. I mean, I had tattoos, but they weren't visible. But that's just a small part of the story anyways. That happened to me. I don't know, let me know what you guys think about that. Seeing tattoo artists without tattoos. Would you still get tattooed by them or not? But anyways, we start tattooing. It's an hour in, the artists finally start showing up. We're tattooing. It starts getting really packed. It's super packed. We're 15 small tattoos in. A couple of the guys are at 20. But remember, I'm taking my time making sure these tattoos come out. These guys are just rushing them, pushing them out as fast as they can. I think it's around 11, 12. It's already hitting 12 o'clock. And then 2 of the guys tap out. It's just me tattooing and one other artist, and we're tattooing till it's 1 in the morning at this time already. And then all the artists, they quit, and I was the one that didn't want to do it, and now I'm stuck trying to finish all these tattoos. It's been a long day. I started tattooing at 11. It's already 12. And obviously the tattoos aren't long, but it's exhausting. You're getting these stencils ready, getting these tattoos ready, You know, the whole pack, the whole shop is packed. You know, there's people screaming, having a good time because it's the Friday the 13th. People are like bringing their little drinks in. And then everyone taps out. There's still people coming in. So now it's like 3 in the morning. I'm still tattooing. So the apprentice, like, he had like 2 or 3 tattoos he's ever done. And then I just tell him, like, just jump in, just start taking them. Who cares? So the apprentice starts just tattooing. We're tattooing till like 4 or 5 in the morning. We finally finish. You know, so I tattooed from 11 to like 4 or 5 in the morning nonstop. Literally, like, just pushing. I was tired. You know, we finished up, we cleaned up. There were like 2 guys still, they just fell asleep at the shop. You know, it was crazy. That was probably like the longest I've ever tattooed. Even though it wasn't consistent because I had to take the breaks to break down or like do all that. And then I remember there still was a list of people on it. And then I remember I came in like 11, 12 o'clock. Still ended up doing like 3, 4 little small tattoos just to finish that up. As soon as I finished that, I went back home, fell asleep. But I just want you, that's probably like the craziest like I've tattooed. After that day, I never did it again. I was like, never again. I'm never doing Friday the 13th tattoo. It just brings back memories of tattooing that long. But I ain't gonna lie, that's a good way to like build a clientele sometimes. Sometimes you get like 1 or 2 people, to be honest, that actually come back and get tattooed by you. But it's cool to do. It's a good experience and understand how everything works and push yourself through an experience like that. I think everyone should try it at least once. You know, most likely the shop I was at was pretty busy most of the time. That's why we got so packed out. But if you're at a shop where it's not that busy and you get a couple people, you might like do it consistently. But if you've ever been at a shop where it gets so packed and it's crazy, you might not like doing that. But yeah, I just want to share that with you guys, let you guys know that's probably like the most I tattooed ever. It was tough. I've done like single sessions that are like 10, 11 hours, and they're also tough, but this was like more like mentally messing with me because it was like, I think like 20 different people. You know, everyone's different. Some people are chill, some people are loud, some people are too much, some people are cool. You know, plus you still got all these other people waiting. But yeah, it was a crazy time. But yeah, anyways, subscribe to the channel. You know, I'll be posting some more videos soon. Comment down below what you guys want me to talk about, or if you guys have any other questions, like stuff that you guys are going through while tattooing. Maybe I can help you guys out. But for now, go check out the subscription. If not, just go follow me on Instagram, TikTok, obviously on YouTube. And peace out. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out.